Hello, I am Beth, Rohan's virtual presenter. He is currently in his studio working on another presentation and has asked me to present today on the topic, safeguarding children in the metaverse. So let's begin. Imagine a space that anyone, regardless of age, can enter to explore, be entertained, or simply hang out. Imagine an area where the digital landscape attracts users into a hypnotic phase. This space has no penalty as it relates to the content of illicit nature or level of aggression projected at the users. The only thing that will prohibit your children from entering this space is the adult who oversees safeguarding the child. Yes, the metaverse will require parents and carers to take proactive actions. The metaverse offers an online space where children can interact with people. And at times, a child could communicate and interact with someone unknown. I am sure most parents or carers would find it strange and uncomfortable if they were on the playground watching their child a few feet away and a total stranger came up and started talking to their child. On further observation, this stranger has no child on the playground. Therefore, if this behavior is deemed weird and uncomfortable in the physical space, parents should have the same concerns in the virtual world. While many parents will lecture their children regarding the danger lurking in the digital space, other parents will not. There are issues of concerns regarding parents' ability to block content that is considered harmful to children. In their report, the Center for Countering Digital Hate, CCDH, stated that they had seen several top VR apps sold to users under 18. In one situation, one user in the space joked in the presence of an under 18 user that he was a convicted predator. We all are aware that children can circumnavigate barriers aimed at protecting them. The NSPCC has also warned about the dangers of various virtual spaces. One such space is called VR chat. This space has been highlighted based on the possible harmful content children may be exposed to. This risk is heightened based on the lack of parental control to block content. But let us not forget, the generation of technology users, our children, can deploy strategies to access explicit content without detection. Rohan outlined an example years ago while he lived in the UK. He took his class to the computer lab to do a response writing activity. Although students were briefed on the protocols and rules, many opted to enter websites unrelated to their projects. Rohan could then monitor students from his main computer. When they click on a site not connected to their work, he locked down their computer browser. Back then, he had some power, or so he thought. Within the first half an hour, they had found a way around his detection. The intelligent students did a forced shutdown of their computers. Once this was done, Rohan could not see their screens. It took him the next lesson to realize he had to refresh his screen occasionally to ensure that those who did the forced restart were on his screen again. I have used this example to highlight the need for parents or carers to have the ability to view the content that children are viewing. One possible way would be to ensure that parents can monitor what children are seeing on their mobile app or a quick casting app cast on a television set. However, it should be noted that research has found that minimum protection is offered to children using these VR devices at times. I have already addressed the need for security in these spaces and will continue to do so. The metaverse will develop to include casinos, strip clubs, and other spaces that children would not be allowed to go in real life. In addition, an avatar could take on a nude persona. It is possible to create an avatar of a child when the person behind the avatar is an adult. Hence the need to verify the users. Hence, parents must advocate for these tech companies to use the data collected to protect young users. While biometric data may seem too intuitive, the same biometric data can be used to prevent young children from being exposed to inappropriate content. However, until we reach that point, parents will need to ensure that the content viewed by their child is appropriate and make their children aware of the possible misfortunes that can occur with an abuse of the metaverse. The issue of addiction to social media must be a significant consideration for parents. Many children have become so addicted to their phones. Some, like adults, go through a withdrawal phase if their devices are taken away. In addition, the metaverse could be more severe. This could be problematic to both the child and parents. If you think for a moment that the metaverse will not be addictive, consider just the report by Ofcom, the regulator and competition authority for the UK communication industry. The report suggests that people in the UK check their smartphones every 12 minutes. The information indicates that 1 in 5 people spend over 40 hours each week on their mobile devices. It is also estimated that 12 to 15-year-olds spend over 13 hours per week on their phones. The report is worrying since 44% of parents found it difficult to control their child's screen time. With the emergence of virtual reality and the metaverse in the context of physical presence, there must be guidelines to ensure parents can control usage. Again, producers of these virtual spaces must consider a possible way forward to give parents the power to turn off these devices remotely or allow these devices to shut down after extended usage. Of course, this would be done using preset parent control. However, I cannot say we can have 100% safeguarding of our children in the metaverse. Notwithstanding, let me leave you with Rohan's 5 top tips for enhancing children's safety in these virtual spaces. 1. Become a user of the metaverse. Before parents can monitor their children, they must understand the fundamental interaction that can take place in the metaverse and play the game with their child. 2. Set privacy settings for your child and ensure that you safeguard the password from your child. 3. Cast the headset display onto your television set. 4. Learn about the ratings of content that your child will engage with. 5. Please encourage your child to report to you any suspicious activities in the VR world that cause them to be uncomfortable. Let me end by saying, safety in the metaverse will be most important for users to reap the benefits of this technology. The failure to address this at all levels will lead to a nightmare. Remember, it takes time for Rohan to create the content. Therefore, I urge you to subscribe to the channel and share the content. Keep looking out for more presentations on the metaverse.